Have you ever been so close with someone and some months down the line, things went south, or you've seen friends who, after a long time, they are no longer on talking terms? Probably you've seen couples who are the biggest wedding in town, and many years later, they are divorced. Today, I believe I'm talking to real people, and we may as well talk about why I think some relationships don't work. I believe a lot of people go into relationships not with a person, but with their fantasy and their idea of what they think should go on in the institution of that relationship. So people go to a relationship with things like pizza grabbing, having fun, and the gossips and the good side and the fun side of that person. And I know you are holy, but I certainly am not. And if someone, for example, has to be my friend, is got to deal with a whole lot of garbage, the not so good sides of me. Some people say I am very annoying. I think I asked my friend Anu one day that if you grade me 1 to 10 on how annoying he thinks I am, and he said I am 2 out of 10. He's very nice. Yeah, now he said that out of that, in that 2 over 10 out of 10, that I do that 2 out of 10 to 10. So it means for the every time I get annoying, I am annoying to the very last part of it. But he is my friend, and this is what has happened. He has decided to be friends, not with that fun part of me alone, but he has decided to be friends with the annoying part of me. And that is how I think relationships should be. You see, the risk of loving is the pain of loving. So for every time you get ready to love, you must also be ready for the pain that comes with it. And you see, many times that pain lies in the humility that it takes to stay in love, because you can hardly be in love with your ego switched on. Because if you actually claim to love, and I tell you that humility varies in proportion to the love that is involved. I tell you this because I know and I believe that the depth of humility is determined by the height of love. And so you see, those times you have to let go of your ego intentionally. Those times you have to say I'm sorry even when you are not guilty. And you find out that relationships don't work because many people go into relationships just for them. I mean, they are only ready to protect their own interest. They are never ready to let go of their ego. So notice now that they went into it with the good side of the person, and the second set are going into relationship are not ready to let go of their ego. And sometimes you have these two together, and many times I tell you that is why relationships don't work. So how can we save this? How can we save this situation? How can we make relationships work? You first have to understand that you cannot have and access the good side of people alone. They also come with their garbages. I certainly come with mine. I have the vestiges of my past that I'm still trying to sort out. And yes, it's very toxic to be in a relationship with people who are still dealing with the vestiges of their past, and that's why every day I try to deal with mine. But you also have to understand that people don't just let go of their past, that we have some things that has happened in their past have shaped them to be what they are today. So you cannot then choose which part you want to be in a relationship with, because this person is indivisible. So you go into the relationship with a person, and everyone has his good side, his bad side, and his not so good and switchable side. So you go into relationship with a person, and then you must always be ready to let go of your ego. You must always be ready, and I say this especially to guys who are in relationship with ladies, and not just ladies, but most especially ladies. And this does not even have to be that you are dating them. It's just that ladies many times would hardly say sorry, but they expect you to do that. And so if you must stay as friends, you must always be ready to say sorry. You see, I read an article of a guy who told his father he was ready to get married, and the father asked him to say sorry, and he was asking, why should I say sorry? The father said, just say sorry. And after this argument went on and on, the boy finally conceded and said sorry. The father said, you've passed. Lesson 1. To stay in a marriage, you must always be ready to say sorry, even when you don't know why. So let go of your ego, and you must remember that you always be in a relationship with a whole person and not just the fantasies of what you think would happen in that relationship. So when that is done, you will be able to handle the not so good side, the not so good days, and then what happens will never bring to question the fundamentals of your relationship. For example, my friend Anolo Apojo, we've had so many disagreements, but never has it been that I think because of this disagreement we have to call our friendship to question. So because we understand that we are not infallible, and many times what has clashed is not even our persons, but just our egos and our ideas of how things should